never forget where you're coming from. King Shanga set the trend. Yo, I want them. Mama.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Guys, I know it's been a long time since we last uploaded a video. Outlaw and I have been MIA, missing in action, but there is a good reason why. So I am actually in England, guys. Yes, I'm in the UK. I've been here for a month now, and I didn't plan to do any vlogging while I'm in the UK, okay? But I thought I wanted to do this video just to share some of my experiences while being in the UK, because guys, I'm telling you, the England that I left a few years ago is not the same England now. Now, if you guys follow us on the channel, you know that I've been to England a few times this year. This is actually my 4th time back in England for this year, and we're only in October. And I've vlogged a couple of those times. Not every, I haven't vlogged all of the time, but a couple of times I've vlogged. The previous times I've come this year, I've only been here for like a week, 2 weeks maximum. So I've been here a month so far, and I'm here for a very specific reason. I'm here to take care of some business, take care of some things that I need to do. And initially, my intention was, I'll come for a month, I'll be able to get done everything that I need to get done. It's England, isn't it? Like, it won't take long, you know. Service is good, you know, you get your appointments, you'll be able to do anything you need to do. No. After a few days, or maybe about after a week of being in England, I realized that England is a different place. Trying to get things done is not the same as what I thought it would be. It's not the same as how it used to be. Even booking appointments for people to come around to do things, to see somebody, everything takes a long time. Like service, what's happened to service? Service is not the same as it used to be. You call somebody, you call a company, anything. You call a company to do something, you call, I don't know, you know, you call for a service to be done, and everything takes a long time. You know, it's not like maybe, oh, you know, we can fit you in a couple of days' time. Now it's weeks or months before anybody can come out and do anything, fix anything, you know, you can get an appointment to do anything. That's the first thing I've observed, is that service here is completely different from what it used to be. Trying to get anything done takes a very long time. That's the first thing. And I thought, once I realized that, you know what, a month is not going to be enough. I'm going to have to be here longer. So I gave myself 2 months. I said, all right, I'm going to give myself 2 months to get everything sorted out that I need to get sorted out. But then something else happened. The cost of living. Guys, those of you who live in England, now let me just put this out there. I know that everywhere has got its own cost of living and energy crisis, right? Like all over the world. But guys, I can only focus on England and Jamaica because that's where I am, right? Guys, since I've been back in England for the past month, I can't even tell you how much I've paid for energy use. Not even so much electricity, but I have seen the difference in electricity, but just gas. I can't even tell you how much I've paid to keep the house warm, to keep the house heated, to keep hot water and to keep the house heated. Guys, it's ridiculous. Like, I'm going to be totally honest, guys. It's at a point now where I've actually booked my ticket to go back to Jamaica. Like, I've booked my ticket to go back. I booked it a month earlier than I had kind of planned to, because I can't keep up. Like, I'm here for a specific reason, and the things that I'm doing here cost money. Like, everything I'm doing here it has financial repercussions. Like, everything I'm doing is costing me money, right? And I know that because everything I'm doing, I'm fixing things, you know, refurbishing things, and it all takes money, right? So I came with my plan, I came with my finances specifically to do what I needed to do. I didn't factor in the high energy costs. It is draining me. You hear what I'm saying to you guys? The energy costs are draining me, so much so that I spoke to Outlaw. Obviously, I speak to him a million times a day anyway, but I just came to the conclusion that, you know what? I am not going to meet the objective that I came here to meet. I'm not going to meet the objective. I've done a lot towards it, and I'm proud of that. I've done quite a lot to meet, you know, towards the objective, but I'm not going to meet it. And I just have to put my hands up and say, you know what? This ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. It really doesn't make financial sense for me to stay in England because it's just hemorrhaging my pocket, okay? It's hemorrhaging my pocket. And you know what the hemorrhaging is? It's the energy costs that are hemorrhaging my pocket. Of all things, it's not necessarily the resources that I have to buy or the equipment that I have to get. It's not necessarily that. It's not even paying for the service to get things done. It's the energy costs. I know, like I said, I know this is a worldwide thing, and I know everything's gone up. I know food has gone up here as well, and you know, you've heard out and I talk about the cost of food in Jamaica, how expensive it is, and it is. But right now, it makes more sense for me to go back to Jamaica. It makes more sense for me, more financial sense for me to go back to Jamaica. I don't know how people are doing out here. I'm not sure, and I'm not just talking about, I mean, people on low incomes, I'm not sure how they're managing, much less people who are not on lower incomes, right? How are you guys coping? And I know from I know it went up, I know the energy costs went up in April, and then I know from the 1st of October, they've gone up again. And guys, I'm seeing it. If you know me, you know I don't like the cold. Like everywhere I've lived in England, as soon as it's cold, my heating is on all day. Whether I'm home or not, my heating's on all day. I never used to give it a second thought. I had my heating on the other day for the full day, and I tell you, I paid the price. I paid the price financially for it. And since then, in the last maybe week or so, maybe last week or so, I've not had my heating on once, and the temperatures are dropping, and I'm cold. So what I'm doing is, you may hear a sound in the background, that's an electric heater. I stay in one room for most of the day if I'm not going out, and I have my electric heater running, not all day, but you know, just to keep warm the room up, because the cost of energy, I cannot afford it. I can't afford it. And I think it's probably a little bit different for me because I'm not, you know, I'm not here working and things like that. So I've really just got what I came with. But it's crippling me, it's draining me, and I've had to come to the decision that I'm not going to meet the objective I came to do, because the money I need to spend to buy all the things and do all the things I need to do is just being eaten up in energy costs. Guys, how are you guys coping? I don't know how you're doing it. Like, I don't know how you're managing. Maybe you're just not managing. And you know, I'm here and I've been in tune with the news and everything that's going on, and people are just not coping. And it's resulted in me having to cut my trip short. Like I said, my initial intention was to spend a month. I realized I need to spend longer than a month, so 2 months was my intention to stay. I've been here a month and I'm going home in a couple of days' time, because I can't afford to stay in England with these energy costs, because I can't get anything else done. Guys, I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm feeling it, so you guys must be feeling it too, those of you who are here, right? I know there are some kind of incentives that the government's trying to put in rebates and stuff, but we won't even get into all of that. And I know there's a new government here. We won't even get into all of that. But yeah, it's been very, very, very difficult. This is the most difficult time for me, anyway, that I've had coming back to England. I think when I usually come for a week or two, and I'm just in and out. But being here for a month and you know, living, right? Buying food, paying, you know, energy costs, bills, and all the rest of it. I'm seeing how difficult it really is. Guys, I'm going back home. I'm going back to Jamaica, because yes, it's hard out there, we know this, but you know what? I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's as hard as out here right now. For me personally. For me, England is harder for me right now in England than it is in Jamaica. And it's important that I get back to Jamaica, I go back to work as well. What it has done for me, something it has really done, is kind of remotivated me. Being in England has remotivated me, and I'll tell you why. I feel like in Jamaica there are more opportunities to hustle. Actually, I don't feel like, I know there are more opportunities to hustle out there, right? There's more opportunities for you to be self-employed. There's more opportunities for you to have multiple side hustles, yeah? And I'm not saying you can't do that in England, you can. But guess what? In Jamaica, it can be as simple as this. You could have your 9 to 5 in Jamaica, as well as you might not have your 9 to 5. But at least, you know what? You can sell some jelly from the back of your car. If you've got some fruits, if you've got ackee in your garden, or you've got something, you can pick them, sell them from your car back. Can you do that in England? You ever see anybody selling orange or apple from their car back in England? You need a license, a permit, like, you wouldn't even be allowed to do that anyway. Do you know what I mean? If you've got some clothes, you can sell clothes, you can go to the market and sell clothes. You know, you can, there's so much more opportunities, you know. I think it's easier to set up a small business out there, you know. And so I really realized, and I think actually this trip was needed for me, because I've got, as you guys know, my brain doesn't stop. I've got so many ideas of things I want to do, and I think in the last couple months I've just maybe been a bit overwhelmed with them and maybe lost a little bit of focus. And this has really refocused me that, you know, when I go back to Jamaica, I'm focusing on expanding the business and working on the new ideas that Outlaw and I have, putting them into place, being more focused. So maybe this trip was well needed for me, just to, one, appreciate what I do have and my life in Jamaica, but also just to refocus me in terms of being remotivated and give me a kick up the behind, you know what I mean? Give me a kick up the behind to get on with what I need to get on with back home in Jamaica. So guys, by the time you see this video, I will be in Jamaica, okay? So I know I'm filming in Jamaica now, filming in England now, but by the time this video goes out, I will be back in Jamaica. And all I've got to say is it's been difficult, man, being in England this amount of time. And you know, it's not even about missing out on that, because of course I miss them like crazy, like, you know, but we speak a million times a day. It's not even about that. It's just the reality of living here. And yes, I'm not here for a long time, but the month I've been here has really shown me how difficult it is. And you know, my heart goes out to everybody out there who's struggling right now just to keep up with the cost of bills, food, family, and all of it. You know, it's really, really difficult. And so, you know, my hat goes off to you guys, and you got my sympathy, not even my empathy, my sympathy, because yeah, the short time I've been here, I'm feeling it, and that's forced me to go back to Jamaica. So yeah, it was just a little update, guys, about why I've been MIA, where I am, you know, why I'm running back to Jamaica. But you know what? Yeah, Jamaica has my heart, man, and it just makes sense for me to go back to JA. At least I haven't got to worry about heating in it. Okay, we've got to deal with dirty JPS, but at least I don't have to worry about heating. We have natural heat, right? So but yes, guys, that was just a little update. Guys, leave a comment. How is it affecting you, man? I really want to know. I'm really interested to know. Are you affected by the energy, you know, energy rises? If so, how? Have you guys had to compromise on anything? You know, if you've got any ideas actually on how maybe, because let's try and be solution focused, right? Do you guys have any suggestions for anybody who is here and facing this energy crisis, or facing just the cost of living crisis? Are there any tips, any advice you can give? Please, let's, you know, as well as I know we come in, we do a little rant, and I've done my little rant and everything, but if there's anybody out there that can give some advice to help some of the people out here on how to maybe cut, I know we can't really cut energy costs. Well, how can we cut energy costs? How can we cut usage? How can we help with the cost of living? Please, if you get any advice, please leave it in the comments, as well as sharing your experiences. So yes, guys, the next time you see me, I will be in JA with Outlaw by my side. Yes. But guys, thank you for tuning in. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and until the next time, that we said.
This one has got to be now. Mr. Cruz. If it's money, we don't talk about it, cause we don't brag about it. House on the hill, that's how we go about it.